Right now, behind the heavily guarded iron gates of Buckingham Palace, a quiet, methodical, and ruthless coup is taking place. Prince William has essentially staged a silent takeover of the British monarchy, and his first major move is systematically freezing Queen Camilla out of the royal machine. Forget the wild conspiracy theories flooding the internet about secret luxury yachts off the coast of France, hidden holding companies, or dark money European lobbying schemes. Those are fabricated rumors designed to distract you. The actual truth is infinitely more shocking, completely legal, and it is happening right in plain sight. We are witnessing the total restructuring of royal power in real time, and the official explanations from the palace are completely falling apart. Before we dive deep into exactly how Prince William is pulling the strings, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. We respectfully ask for your support so we can keep bringing you the real, unfiltered truth behind the royal family. You are not going to want to miss where this story goes next. Let's break down exactly what is happening, because to understand this power shift, you have to look at the timeline. The real catalyst didn't start with a scandal, it started with a medical crisis. When King Charles received his cancer diagnosis in early 2024, the entire foundation of the monarchy was shaken to its core. Charles has been receiving intensive treatments, and while the palace PR team has tried to paint a picture of a monarch who is still working hard, the physical reality is vastly different. The king's schedule has been dramatically scaled back. His overseas travel is heavily restricted, and there are days when he is simply not well enough to chair meetings or review critical state documents. In any massive global institution, when the CEO gets sick, the executive vice president steps up to the plate. And in this case, that deputy is Prince William. But William isn't just filling in, he is completely changing the locks on the doors. For the past couple of years, William has been pushing a very strict, zero-tolerance corporate plan inside the palace. He wants absolute control over the monarchy's image. No outside financial entanglements, no PR disasters, and absolutely no room for the kind of catastrophic mistakes that have humiliated the family in the past. To understand how William operates, you have to look at his track record. William does not yell, he does not throw tantrums, he does not leak petty grievances to the media, and he certainly doesn't give tell-all interviews on primetime television. When William decides you are a liability, he just completely removes you from his life. Look at what he did to his own uncle, Prince Andrew. William orchestrated Andrew's permanent exile from royal duties with a cold, calculated precision. He pushed Andrew out of the inner circle so methodically that by the time it was over, Andrew had absolutely zero options left. Look at how he handled his own brother, Prince Harry. When the trust was broken, William didn't engage in a public shouting match. He simply cut the cord, closed the door, and walked away. The people who know William best say the exact same thing about him. When he decides something is over, it is completely over. The formal announcement is just standard paperwork. And that brings us to Queen Camilla. This is where the emotional stakes are incredibly high, and the history is devastating. We all know the backstory. William watched his mom, Princess Diana, suffer through years of public heartbreak and humiliation because of Charles and Camilla's relationship. For decades, William had to swallow his pride, put on a brave face, and play nice for the cameras to ensure the stability of the crown. He accepted Camilla into the fold because his father demanded it, and because the institution required it. But William never forgot the past, and now the balance of power has shifted. King Charles is focused on his health, which means his ability to protect Camilla and guarantee her influence has severely weakened. The invisible shield that Charles built around her has developed a massive crack, and William is taking full advantage of it. So, how exactly do you remove a queen consort without causing a constitutional crisis? In the royal world, you don't issue a press release or stage a dramatic firing. You do it through the calendar. You do it through access. Over the last several months, royal insiders have noticed a chilling trend. Camilla's schedule of solo engagements has been quietly shrinking. Events that were originally penciled in for her charity galas, hospital openings, and literary patronages are suddenly being reassigned due to quote-unquote scheduling conflicts. But no one is asking questions publicly, because that is not how you survive in the royal ecosystem. Behind the scenes, the staffing changes are even more obvious. When senior members of Camilla's team leave, they aren't being replaced. Her dedicated staff is slowly being downsized under the convenient excuse of palace efficiency reviews. Furthermore, her access to high-level information is being restricted. The daily intelligence briefings, the foreign policy documents, and the institutional strategy memos that she used to receive on a regular basis are now being filtered. She has been moved from being a key decision maker to a strict need to know basis. The machinery of royal life relies entirely on access. When your access shrinks, your influence evaporates. You don't need a formal decree to strip someone of their power. You just change the entire environment around them until they feel the freeze. And make no mistake, Camilla feels it. But William isn't doing this alone. The other major piece of this puzzle is his wife, Kate Middleton. Following her own grueling health battle and preventative chemotherapy, Kate has returned to the royal stage not just as a supporting spouse, but as an absolute powerhouse. She is now widely considered the co-strategist of the monarchy. William trusts Kate's judgment above anyone else's on the planet. And as Camilla's schedule shrinks, Kate is stepping right into those spaces. When a major charity dinner or a leadership conference is quietly taken off Camilla's desk, Kate's office confirms her attendance almost immediately. It is a deliberate, highly coordinated repositioning. Kate is taking over the spotlight, securing her place as the undisputed leading lady of the royal family, and ensuring that the public sees her and William as the ultimate, unified face of the crown. If you want proof that William is running the monarchy like a ruthless Fortune 500 company, just look at how he manages his own money. When Charles became king, William inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, a billion-dollar real estate empire that generates over $30 million a year. In just a few short years, William has completely revolutionized it. He fired old contractors, brought in new management, and eliminated all the old-school handshake deals that were based on personal favors. William demands paper trails, audits, and total transparency. He operates like a man who has been deeply burned by family secrets and off-the-books arrangements. He is taking that exact same ruthless corporate mentality and applying it to Buckingham Palace. He wants a slimmed-down monarchy. He wants fewer working royals. He wants tighter control over the family's finances. And he has absolutely zero tolerance for anyone who steps out of line. This is the new reality for the British monarchy. Andrew is gone. Harry is gone. The extended cousins have been pushed to the background. The entire operation is now heavily concentrated on William and Kate. And as King Charles continues his cancer treatments, his day-to-day grip on the institution is slipping into his son's hands. Charles loves Camilla deeply. He spent 30 years taking massive public hits to validate their relationship. But right now, Charles is simply not in a physical or institutional position to fight William on every single staffing cut or scheduling change, which leads us straight to the ultimate, most terrifying, and deeply uncomfortable question that not a single soul inside the high walls of Buckingham Palace dares to whisper out loud, let alone speak about in public. What actually happens when King Charles passes away? What does the future hold for Queen Camilla the exact moment her protector is gone? Let that sink in for a moment. Under standard royal protocol, yes, Camilla will technically transition into the role of Queen Dowager. She will retain a royal title, and she will be permitted a place to live. And the powerful, radiant woman stepping smoothly into all of her former spaces is Kate Middleton, wielding authority like a seasoned general. Prince William is finally meticulously settling the score for a lifetime of deep family trauma, public humiliation, and unspeakable heartbreak, and he is doing it all without ever having to raise his voice once. There are no dramatic shouting matches, no leaked tabloid ex-boss, and no emotional outbursts. Just a cold, undeniable restructuring of power that leaves his opponents completely powerless to fight back. Every single move he makes is calculated with the precision of a chess grandmaster who is thinking 10 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. He watched his mother carry the weight of the world on her shoulders while navigating a system that protected everyone except her. He swore to himself that he would never let that happen again, and he is honoring that promise with terrifying efficiency. The quiet, ruthless coup is almost complete, and there is no one left inside the institution with the power, the influence, or the physical stamina to stop it. But it leaves us with heavy, lingering questions that will haunt the House of Windsor for generations to come. Is Prince William completely right to move this ruthlessly, this clinically, and this unapologetically to protect the long-term survival of the crown? Or is he constructing a mechanical corporate monster of a monarchy that is so cold, so sterile, and so devoid of empathy that it has zero room left for human error, human flaws, or human forgiveness? And when the inevitable day finally arrives, when King Charles is gone, will a newly crowned King William show even a single ounce of mercy to the very woman who played such a massive, agonizing role in shattering his mother's heart? The legacy of the House of Windsor is transforming right before our very eyes, shifting permanently away from the old guard of personal loyalties, secret arrangements, and emotional dependencies, stepping headfirst into a ruthless era of clinical corporate control where every single emotional debt is paid back in full and absolute, undisputed power rests firmly and forever in the hands of the new generation.